I like the covers too, where you can't see their face. It's like that little mysterious feeling. Like
Bravo 6. Going dark.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Episode 4.5, aka Side Mission, aka you guys chose that. We liked it. And we're going to run with it. So this is our second side mission of Going Dark. And this one, Chopper, why don't you take it away? Who gave us this idea?
So this side mission was actually suggested to us from Kaiju Warrior, I believe.
Kaiju Warrior.
It was a really interesting idea that, because everybody's like, rank your favorite multiplayers or rank your favorite campaign. This one is kind of in that vein, but a very different direction. He asked us to rank our favorite Call of Duty box art.
Yes.
And I want to make it very clear that the most difficult part of this entire discussion is going to be ranking box art like completely devoid of how we feel about the game itself. So as we go into this discussion, we're gonna be ranking Call of Duty games that will probably seem very weird or like disconnected, that are contradictory to our opinions about the games themselves. But this is purely ranking the box art from like an artistic or like cosmetic perspective, and just our personal taste on what we like in box art. It's really that deep.
Yes.
Again, nothing to do with the game itself, purely based on the cover art and like its artistic value to us.
And the comment originally said rank all of them. We're keeping these episodes to about 20 minutes, so it's going to be our top 5. So 5 going down to our favorite. So I
think it'd be too hard to rank all of them.
There's too many.
Yeah. So we got our top 5.
Top 5. You start. What's your number 5?
So at the bottom of my list, I'll say, but still like one of my favorite box arts, I'm going to say BO1.
I'm disgusted that that's
Black
number
Ops
5.
1 is number 5. And
okay,
I'll get into why it's not at the top later.
Okay.
But what I like about this cover art, it's really hard to describe. It's really just like, what piece of art stands out to you. It's kind of hard to put into words, but for me, I like this box art. I like the color palette. I think it just really like drives home the tone of what the game is. It's very simple, straight to the point. I just like the color scheme of it a lot, and I think it encapsulates what Black Ops is really.
Yeah. So we'll probably have stuff on the same exact list. So I'm not gonna say what I think about the cover till I choose it in my list. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your number 5?
So my number 5 is a game that divides the community so much, and it's probably gonna divide the comment section. I love the Call of Duty Ghost cover.
Interesting.
I don't know why. When I saw that cover, I said, "Oh, this is gonna be a banger game." Like it just felt the mystery, putting the mask over his face, learning more about the Ghost team. I think it was. I can't remember what the actual team was called. Sorry, guys. But just in general, I felt like same thing to go with your color palette thing. I love the color palette of like that gray and blue. Unfortunately for me, the game didn't quite live up to the expectations of the cover, but I don't know. I thought it was a cool cover. I don't know. It hit for me. It hit
cover. Yeah.
It hit for me.
I like the font of the actual like Ghost thing.
Yeah.
I was going to say my number 4 is Ghost.
Wow.
So
okay.
that
I was worried.
We may as well talk about it. It's a good cover, and I think that's completely detached from. I think it's one of my least favorite Call of Duty games, but the cover I love.
Banger cover.
I just think it's a sleek looking cover. The color palette's great. It's like a low key like blue and like purple even.
Yeah.
It's very I don't know. It's very unique looking, and that's pretty much and it just feels like Call of Duty to me.
I agree, and I feel like I had GameStop posters back in the day, and the two that I remember hanging up on my wall were BO2 and Ghost. Like Ghost,
it's a great poster.
It just looked cool in the background. So I have Ghost as my number 5. You have Ghost as number 4.
Yeah. So I'll let you go for your number 4.
Okay, so my number 4 again. I'm going COD World War II. The sledgehammer.
I don't have that.
You don't have it. No.
I don't have that.
Okay, so this might be a little biased, but I love World War II setting. I love World War II games. I love World War II movies, like learning about that subject. And I feel like this cover just it puts you right in the middle of World War II. Like you can just see in the dude's eyes what the guy's been through, and
He
you can
looks like
tell.
the like PTSD soldier meme.
Yes, and he's all scuffed up.
Like that.
And like I don't know, man. Again, a color palette thing for me. It was like the gray background with like the eyes were gray too. I don't know, man. It just and again, the game didn't really live up to expectations. It got the big huge reboot at the end, but man, when I saw that, that was another game. I don't know what I had for that game. I had like a book or something that I had on display. It was like a strategy guide or something. Not a strategy. It was something else. I have to find it. It's in my closet right next to me. But
that's interesting.
Just I really enjoyed that cover. I really did. Banger soundtrack too.
That I think it's very interesting because like I think we have very different tastes of like not very different tastes, but like I think World War II for me is one of like the worst box arts. I just don't like. It's the same reason I don't like Modern Warfare 2019's cover at all.
Yeah.
I hate the like gray washed out look.
Okay.
I get that's the tone of the game, but man, it's just not doesn't do
it's
it for
not
me
your
personally.
vibe.
Not my vibe. I have an interesting one here, and it's not World War II. My number 3 is it's a World War II game, but it's Call of Duty 2.
Call of Duty 2. Okay, you know what?
Call of Duty 2 cover. And the reason I like this one is it still like manages to have the like intensity of World War II, but it's not completely devoid of color or washed out. It feels I don't know.
That's
it
an
has
underrated
that, like,
pick.
intensity to it.
That's an underrated
I really
pick.
like that cover. I don't love Call of Duty 2 as a game. Like that's not what I'm getting at, but just the cover is like that's COD, man, right there.
I actually liked Call of Duty 2. I was a fan of Call of Duty 2, and I actually remember I don't know why I'm saying this because we're not like ranking these things, but Call of Duty 2 was the first game that my buddy got with his Xbox 360 back in the day. So we played this game split screen like crazy. And I remember that Call of Duty 2 logo or the Call of Duty 2 case with the 360 logo up top. That was a banger.
Iconic. Man.
Show it on the screen if you can, editor. That would be great. That was good looking.
I just think it's a great cover, dude. Like
it honestly,
so good.
I kind of glossed over that one, to be honest. I kind of glossed over the first 3 CODs. The first 1 and 3 are not very. 3 is probably the worst cover.
I don't like 3's cover at all. It's so goofy looking.
Yeah, 3 was bad.
Not my thing.
No.
Call of Duty 2 is great.
All right, number 3 for me. I feel like again my list. I feel like I might get roasted just a little bit, but at number 3 I have Modern Warfare 2. OG Modern Warfare 2, not the new one. Although the new one wasn't awful, but I like the Modern Warfare 2 one because they were owning up to what they were doing. And I think this was the first COD where they kind of went straight Michael Bay. And, they were just explosions and cars and ice pick where you're, jumping across and you're just doing all these crazy snowmobile mission. And it was like, they're trying to be a Michael Bay movie.
Badass in a cover.
Yep. And you see in the cover the big old explosion in the back. You're like, yep. They weren't hiding what they were trying to do. Michael Bay movie, cover shows, looks like a Michael Bay movie. So like,
no, that's totally fair.
I like that. I like the look of the soldier, like kind of, he's coming out of the thick of it and just.
I like how that's Mark Rubin, by the way.
Yes, I did know that. I should do a short on that, by the way.
I think that's really funny. Yeah, you should. I think that's a funny detail. Like that's Mark Rubin coming out.
And Mark Rubin is I guess what was he on Infinity War? What was his title?
I think
lead
during Modern Warfare. I don't remember, but he directed or was the like lead developer on Ghost.
Yeah, great. Anyway, but yeah, now he's doing X Defiant, so it's like there's a little history lesson for you guys with the cover.
That's a good one. I don't have that on. I don't have.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised. I don't know.
It was a contender. I considered it, but it didn't end up making the cut.
Okay, I'm excited. Then what do you got? What do you got?
So, ironically,
Vanguard.
No, I think that's actually one of the worst broken. But what I do have is the new MW2. I'm gonna be real.
Okay,
I'm gonna be real.
So when you said it's not based on how we think of the game, you definitely meant it.
I definitely meant it because I don't love that game, but god damn it if they didn't get me with that box art.
That cover
It's
is kind
so
of banger.
the cover is bro, like I went to GameStop and bought the collector's like edition
Oh
just
no.
because I wanted the box. Like I love the color, like the green
Good.
and
Great color
like
palette.
brown, gray color. Great color palette, like amazing. All their branding was like on point with
Uh,
that game. Looks great, man. I again, regardless of what you think about the game, that's fine. But just the cover itself is like it's perfect, bro.
you know it as well as I know because you went to COD Next for this event, correct?
Yeah.
So we got like these sweatshirts, we got Crocs, we got like all this cool stuff. It's legitimately the worst Call of Duty ever for me, but I'm rocking the stuff because the branding is so good. Like that MW2 logo is so good.
Perfect,
And the
man.
green, like I love like that neon green for some reason. Like it's just like kind of one of
Me
my
too.
favorite colors. So it's like,
It's very unique looking.
yeah, I agree. It didn't make my list, but it's up there for sure. It's a sneaky pick.
Yeah, I think some people may find that weird because they don't like the game or whatever. Again, that's fine, but it's just like, dude, I think it's good cover art. I don't even know if that's really debatable. It's just great, bro.
Yeah.
It's definitely high on my list, but not my number one. I'll let you take the reins on your next.
My number two, you've already talked about it. It was Black Ops 1. I had a Black Ops 1 shirt. I had a Black Ops 1 poster. Like there's just certain things that like the branding's so good that you can rock it with other stuff because it's like it just I don't know. It's the
It's
weirdest
also
thing.
what became the post for the rest of the Black Ops like series.
Yes.
Well,
Yep.
kind of. BO4 didn't really do it,
I don't
but
know
the
what
like
BO4
sitting
is
down
doing.
with the thing. I don't like BO4's logo either, but that became for a while anyways. That became like the thing.
Yeah, and like like the little Easter egg with Sally on, on the gun, and just the small things of it. Just I like the covers too, where you can't see their face. It's like that little mysterious feeling. Like I feel like
Yeah,
Cold
that was the
War,
problem with COD 3.
COD 3, Cold War, Black Ops 4. Like you just see the face of the character, and it just kind of gives it away. I'm just like not. I mean, I guess MW2 with your one, like but it's like it's a
But
cool.
it's still a
The
masked
character.
character.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I don't know what I'm trying to
yeah.
explain there, but it just
No, I
gives a
get what you
little.
mean.
The campaign was very mysterious and like
What I think you're getting at is that when they don't like show the face in detail, it becomes a lot easier to like think about it sounds weird, but to think about like yourself as the soldier. And I
yeah,
think that was the
yeah,
appeal of Call of Duty is like you project yourself onto that person. And so when you see like a BO4 cover or like Modern Warfare with Price on it, or Call of Duty 3 with the big old goofy guy on it, it's like it kind of removes that a little bit. You lose a bit of that like personal touch with it. And I think that slightly like mysterious covering the face is like an underrated part of making a good Call of Duty like cover art.
I feel like you just nailed it too. They probably were doing that in their marketing because wasn't the commercials like create a soldier, like the soldier in you or something like that
Yeah,
on
yeah,
Black
yeah,
Ops 1?
exactly.
So,
It was about being you as like projecting yourself on the
yep,
soldier. And
yep.
like, man, with the new MW3 logo, I kind of like that box art too. I considered it, but it's just another big old picture of Captain Price. It's
We've
like,
seen Captain
okay,
Price. We know Captain
yeah.
Price. I agree.
Mhm.
I agree. All right, number one. I think we're gonna share this for some reason.
Maybe. So my number one is World at War.
Wow, we are not sharing that. And I'm so biased to World at War. I love that game. I
Mhm.
don't know. I didn't
Me,
even let
me.
you talk, but I'm like
No, no, go
I
ahead.
was looking at World at War so much to maybe sneak it in at 5 because it's my favorite. It's probably my favorite. I don't know. It's like favorite COD versus like you have like a favorite COD, but then you have like a favorite COD. Does that make sense?
Yeah, yeah. No, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
But go ahead. But
Um,
go ahead. World at War is
so
banger.
it's hard to say, but again, I love the game, but just literally the cover art itself. What I think it's everything I love about like Call of Duty covers just in one. It is not too like gray and washed out like World War II 2017 is or like Modern Warfare. It still has a lot of that like blue hue and even like
Yeah.
purple. There's a lot of that going on. It has the thing I like where it's like you can see the soldier, but you can't really see his face.
Yes.
It has that intensity to it, and I think everything that I enjoy about a good Call of Duty cover is like condensed right there. I think they just nailed it. The font for the actual like World at War logo is great. It's perfect, bro. Everything about it. It's
Everything about
beautiful.
it.
Work of art.
Everything about it. I don't have it on my list, but everything about it is perfect, man. um,
So good.
my number one, I guess I thought we were going to share this one. Mine's Black Ops 3.
Wow.
I
I
You didn't like Black Ops 3, did you?
okay, this is going to be crazy because I probably my favorite Call of Duty game ever. I don't know if I love the box art though.
I don't
I
know
think it's
why.
great, but I don't know if I love the cover art.
I do not know why I loved it so much. I think I pictured it because again, it's the marketing thing where do you remember like the 3 getting like flamed up in the trailer
Yes, yeah.
and then it
Mhm.
becomes the 3 and then the guy sitting there adjusting his I mean, I don't know
It
what
is
it
sick.
was. And I love that orange. I love the Black Ops. I love how they went to that orange, like that super orange. Like BO2 had orange, but it was like a deeper orange.
Pretty light. Yeah.
And then Black Ops 3 was like that neon orange. And I'm like, with the flames in the background.
Yeah,
Oof,
it's good, man. It's
oof.
good.
I
I
don't
don't know.
know.
Yeah, I don't know what it is about BO3's logo. I think when it first revealed to us, I think it felt a little silly, but I don't know if I feel that way now. I can't I don't think I can put it in my top 5.
Okay.
You know it is
Okay.
the cover. Something about it just like not perfect branding in to me anyways, but fantastic game. Again, completely devoid of the game. But that's a good one, man. BO3
Um,
was definitely a consideration.
yes. So
Now,
hit
okay, now here's a little bonus. What do you think is the worst cover?
do you have one right now that you can say?
Um, I'm gonna say Modern Warfare 2019 or Vanguard.
You're gonna get roasted for that.
I know.
I think people like 2019.
I hate that
Mine
cover art.
might be Black Ops 4. I think
Okay, that's a good point. BO4 is also really bad.
dude,
Yeah,
BO4 was awful in my opinion. Like especially when you made 3 banger covers in a row. Like I could put BO2 in this list as well. But like,
that's true.
you know, I'm actually BO2 was the banger one too. Like it's tough, but and then BO4 comes out and I was like, "What is this, man?" Like
Yeah,
it
you know
didn't
what? Okay, that's fair. Like,
BO4 or Vanguard cuz Vanguard did not feel like a Call of Duty. It looks like a movie poster.
it does. It 100% does. Mhm.
So it's one of those two for me. I didn't
Vanguard,
mind.
BO4, and MW19, I don't like.
Okay, I didn't mind MW19. I would probably put Call of Duty 3 up there as well. I think that looks like somebody is making fun of Call of Duty, in my opinion. They're
Yeah,
like, here's a fake Call of Duty poster. Here's what we're gonna do. The guy's looking the wrong way. The battle's the other way, and he's
Yeah, turn
looking.
around, bro.
Hey, brother,
doing?
you know what I mean? We got bot lobbies in this one, so I
That's
would go
funny.
Black Ops 4, Vanguard, Call of Duty 3. Those are my 3.
I think those are good. Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
they're
3.
they're pretty rough there. Well, how did y'all fumble that bad with BO4, man?
Dude, BO4 could have been
Crazy.
BO4 just got fumbled.
Story of my life.
It was a fumble rooski. But all right, so my to summarize my list, number 5 COD Ghosts, 4 World War II, 3 MW2 OG, number 2 Black Ops 1, and the number 1 cover for me is Black Ops 3.
Mine are from bottom to top: Black Ops 1, Ghost, Call of Duty 2, Modern Warfare 2, the new one, and World at War.
I mean,
I think
I've
those again, it's totally just subjective
yeah,
artistic choice.
yeah.
And nothing to do with the game, but yeah, I think that was like I think there are constituents of things that make a good cover art, like a little bit of the mystery, the
Yeah,
intensity, and
I
like
agree.
that. Just those things that make a really good cover art to me.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's our list. I mean, we're moving and grooving with these podcast episodes. I love this so much too. Like this
Me
is
too.
we're trying to keep these at 20 minutes. So we're at 19 right now. So I mean, that's probably going to be the area. But
I'm just glad y'all are enjoying this as much as we are.
yeah.
Like that has been great to see. Like that's so cool. And being able to get your guys' like input on things that we should talk about has been great. Like that's literally what this episode was born from.
Mhm.
Ranking the cover arts. If there's anything that you guys want to hear our opinions on, literally anything at all, let us know. Because we're having so much fun.
And
with
we
this.
may
Love it.
take your topic from the comment and literally make it an episode. So it just shows you we're listening. We're trying to get the feedback of the community. So,
Yeah.
I guess the question I'm going to ask them is, how did we do? Who's got the better list?
And what's your favorite box art?
And what's your favorite box art? Just give us your top. Give us your top dog. But yeah, Chop, that's this episode. Anything else?
I think that's it for me. Call of Duty. You know how to make a good cover art now. We discussed it here. We saved you in the last episode. Now we're saving your cover art here too. So, we got you.
That's what this podcast is all about. We're going to do this for free. We're not even on payroll, chat. This is all on house.
Unpaid work, baby.
No paid. Thank y'all for watching. If you're watching on Spotify, leave a rating. Apple, same thing. If you're watching on YouTube, leave a like. Again, comment your favorite cover as well. And that is it for episode 4.5, aka side mission.
We'll see you in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.